Traders. Good morning, good morning. Welcome. Today is May 21st, 2024, and we are going to be looking at some companies here today, possible companies we can trade. Give me just a second to start spreading my link around, and then we will get started. Welcome. It's Tuesday. Hope everyone is having a great day. Great start to their Tuesday morning. Going to be trading some stocks today. Yesterday we traded Mara. Did really well with Mara. My only thing that I can work on is basically holding a little longer. Let's go over Mara real quick. As you can see here, I did trade it at this point here. Bought 10 shares at 1930, 10 shares at 1946, or 20 shares, I'm sorry, another 20 shares at 1948. It was just around $1,000 on that total investment. I think it was like $1,100, and ended up selling 50 shares at $19.99. Now look at this, it went up all the way to $23, leaving an additional $110 on the table. I made 30 bucks on a $1,000 investment. I could have made $140, even $130 on a $1,000 investment. So I definitely sold way too early. Had a busy day yesterday, and if you watched in the live stream, saw that I set a limit order at $19.99, when in fact I should have set a trailing stop. A trailing stop would have been much better off. It would have really just taken this all the way up. So I played with it a little bit. I bought one share at 1337 and tried the trailing stop and see how that worked. Now it stopped out okay. Same thing here, I bought and then it went back down. So very interesting. I'm not even sure if the trailing stop worked. It should work. Shouldn't have any issues with it, but just, I don't know. I didn't use it. And then I tried to use it with a couple of shares and just didn't do so good. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today? Hello. Good morning. Okay. Welcome. Everyone's coming in. Perfect. Morning, Dale. Good morning, Eric. Second round. Hello. Welcome. So yeah, so we definitely could have made more money for sure, right? Buying at this low red candle, the dip on the EMA, and then selling on the very next candle 50 shares at $19.99 instead of riding it up. Heck, even selling half of my shares and letting the other half ride would have been nice. So anyways, market is open 7:31 my time, 9:31 is the time for the actual market. Mara's selling off. I believe Hood is also selling off. Yes, it is. So these are two companies we will not be trading today until we start to see some consolidation, find that support level again, and then we can potentially buy in again. Mara may bounce off of this and go back up to that $23 level. If it does, there's potential to make another 5%, which would be amazing if we can find some retracement. It wants to. Now always remember, trading the first 30 minutes of the market is very risky, so be aware of that. Just because it's showing one direction doesn't mean it has to go that same direction. One day I chased this one day all the way down, thinking it was going up, and ended up averaging down, averaging down, averaging down, averaging down. Before you know it, my average was like way up here, and I ended up having to just wait the day to recover and basically break even. So we're going to wait for confirmation. We're going to try not to get too involved. Meta is pushing up. Some other oversold companies that we were looking at. AM not doing much. DDOG trying to find that support level. DE slowly going down. JDST again trying to pull back. Intel not doing much. Oxy again not doing much. Oxygen breaking. Now this is good to know. Look, it's starting to come down back to this $1 support level, possibly even that 150 level. This would be a good company to potentially get in on. About a 12% profit on retracement here. When it recovers, right? You don't want to get into a company that's just going down right now. SQQ trying to find support still. Hood selling off. Warner Brother still trying to find that support. Now, if you notice, I cleaned up all my lines pretty much on most of these companies, so we can set new lines if needed. Support and resistance levels. Intel trying to come up. Mara and Hood. Hood's trying to go up as well, but I know there are some short sellers out there that would love to short this or are in the process of shorting Hood. Be very cautious with that. Mara may end up just trading sideways today. Look how much momentum it had. Huge gains yesterday on Mara. Now we did trade this in our live stream yesterday, but unfortunately we did not make 15% or 16%. We literally made 3%, which is still good. 3% is still good for any new investor out there. It's still really good. Mara trying to get back up to these previous levels. As you can see on the RSI, it's kind of mid fair value right here. Neither oversold nor overbought. MACD trying to curl over, get that upward momentum again. It is making new highs. Testing that resistance level at $22. Now, as you can see previously, it was trading at $19.50. The day before that, it was at $20.80. So it is slowly making new highs overall, right? New highs, higher lows. Got a nice rejection here. EMA line is curving over from where it was. It's starting to curve over and down. So we're just waiting for confirmation on this one to potentially ride this up even higher, about 5% profit or more. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for spending part of your day with us. Go for about 30 minutes this morning, but usually go live for about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour, and it's every single day, Monday through Friday. And also, if you guys have any companies you want to call out, definitely do so, and we'll take a look at those companies. Any overbought companies, I love oversold companies. Let's look at our totals here. AMD, Google, Amazon, trying to find that retracement. It is $182. Moving up slightly. Apple pushing up. Nirvana selling off. JDST and JNUG, not much going on with them. Intel finding its resistance for the day. Possibly be able to make a few bucks on retracement if it comes down to these levels, like say 31, 31.80. Not enough margin there, only 1%. QQQ pushing up. Mara wanting to push up potentially. Don't get trapped. Continue on. Meta finding its resistance for the day at 470 mark. Microsoft has a nice push up today from 425 to 427. Again, only about a half of a percent point. It's not really worth our time to trade small percentages like that. Like this is 3% right here. Neo making a 3% run right now from its low to its high. 3% would be $30 on a $1,000 investment. TQQ pushing up slightly. A half of a percent point. That's just nothing. This wants to break above. If it does, we can kind of scalp it a little. I'm going to buy 10 shares here. As soon as I buy, it goes down. That always happens. That always happens. It's so funny, I think. I think it's funny, but sometimes it can be extremely annoying. Walmart's up 1%. DJT selling off. Tesla had a nice break above, and now it's getting rejected, finding its resistance for the day. Target selling off. Sony not doing much. SoFi not doing much. SPY not doing much. Sound not doing much right now. Hood still slowly selling off. As you can see, it's curling over. Now if it can find a retracement back to previous highs, that's about 2.5% also. Oh, Realty, Reddit had a nice bounce. Already up about 2% from where it found its support this morning. It looks like we're trading Mara today. Buy another 10 shares. We're gonna ride this up. There it goes. Pushing up to new highs. We're gonna add some more. Got 30 shares, about $670. Slowly adding to our position as time goes on. Again, waiting for that confirmation. It's already up 2.5%. Waited a little too long on it, but that's okay because all we're doing is trying to find that resistance for the day. It could be here. It could be at the green MA line. It could be up at the $22.90 mark. But it looks like it did find its support. So that's where our support levels are for the day. Resistance levels are unclear. It was trading pre-market right around this level, so potentially that level, or even as high as that 22.90. Let's see. It could also just bounce right off of this EMA line here. Okay, looks like we're trading Mara again today. This is where I messed up yesterday. I had a limit order set up here, and it broke the limit order about, what was it, 8 o'clock? It was, I bought over here at 9:45, so 7:45 my time, and then sold at 10:12, so 10:12, 9:47 to 10:12. Like an hour and a half later, I sold. and it locked in its profits even though it made a ton of more profits. Okay, it looks like it's finding that resistance right here, which is okay. When it comes back down to this level, I'm going to buy some more. And if it keeps going up, then I'll buy some more too. Right now we're up $7 on $600, which is a Days P&L, open P&L. That's weird. Why doesn't it show me a percent? Guess that's all right. Quantity market, days P&L. There we go. Finding some retracement here. Now again, should have bought a little lower. If I would have had 30 shares down here, right? Because right here to here is only about 1%. 1% of 600 is about $6. But buying down here, we'd be up 3% of 600. So we had 6, 12, 18, that'd be $18. Hello, welcome, good morning, welcome to the live stream. We go live every single day when the market is open, at market open, Monday through Friday. You guys can ask questions, get inside my head. Why am I making these trades? What is my thought process behind every trade? I never tell you what to buy, hold, or sell. I'm literally just showing you what I'm doing in the stock market to make money and beat the stock market potentially. Now I should have added some right there on that dip. There it goes. I could have added more and then used it to average down slightly or get into that same range of 22.90, 22.19. I was literally taking a drink of my water. That's how fast it goes. Now it does have a downward trend here. As you can see, the green MA 200 day average, moving average, is going down, but the EMA is trying to curl up. So if the EMA can curl up above, then we can definitely see, like right here, some more upward momentum. From the crossover to where it was, about 3%. Now that it's going down, I could buy more at this level, bring my average down if possible. Say it gets about right here at that $21 level, and retraces up. That's 3% on 1,000. That'd be my $30 again for the day. My goal is to make anywhere from $50 to $100 a day on this small account. I feel like that's very reasonable. And 3% a day is very possible when you start focusing and zeroing in on, 1 to 5 companies maybe that you trade consistently over time. You start understanding their patterns. You start understanding their highs and lows. Look at this. Got a 32.23 high. And now it's trying to find its support. This is Intel. Now if it finds support here, and that's its resistance, then you can clearly see it has a potential to pop back up about 1%. Now 1% is not a heck of a lot, guys. It's really not. I'd rather work on these 3% plays. Right, from 21.77 to 22.55, that's 3.5%. Somewhat consistent. It's going down. If it bounces off of this level, we're going to add to it. Good morning, Johnny. Miss Robinson, would you show FFI and what you'd do? Eric, Bitcoin looks good. Mara could pop too. Yeah, it definitely popped yesterday. Yeah, let me check out that for you. FFIE. FFIE. Faraday Future Intelligent Electric Inc. Okay, it looks like it found some support instantly for the day. So support at that $1.36 mark. Okay, it's had a nice pull up. Nice pickup. So from 516, which was last Thursday, in one day it went up 374%. Holy moly, Mrs. Robinson. Good call out on this one. And then it retraced and went all the way back down, losing 78%. And now what is it going to do? RSI levels are low, not extremely low, not to where those oversold levels are, so it's getting there. MACD is kind of settling. It may trade sideways for a couple days. I don't know much about this company. It is a penny stock, so be very careful with this penny stock. But it looks like it may just bounce off of these levels right now, showing the day's support and the day's resistance. So if it breaks out in either one of these directions, you can potentially see more of a sell-off or possible retracement. As you can see here, pre-market, it got as high as 180. So there is that potential for it to go up about 30%. Looks like it's extremely volatile, so I'd definitely be cautious with this. We're going to add it to the list since you called it out, and we're going to keep up with it. We're going to set an alert. If it goes above 147, we may consider looking into it a little bit more. Good call out, Mrs. Robinson. Thank you, Johnny. I'm hearing it's the next GME. It's very possible. It already had a really good run-up. Really good run-up already. So hopefully we didn't miss the whole GME craze. If we would have got in on Thursday and sold on Friday, look at that, 400%. 400%, guys. That's 4 times your $1,000 investment. So you put $1,000 in here, you sold up here, you would be selling to make $5,000 total. Invested $1,000, made $4,000. You're walking away with $5 grand. Poof! In a single day. That is amazing. Now, even just to its resistance level, you can easily make 7% if it just goes up to its resistance level. Right now, it's already up 5% from its support level. Potentially an 11% swing from support to resistance right now on this small support and resistance range, about 11%. Now it is in the middle, so it can still come down a little bit. If it does decide to come down, yeah, maybe you definitely do buy a little bit. We're going to add this to our oversold watch list too, so we can see it a little better. All right, here's our opportunity. If Mara bounces off of those support levels, we are going to average down by a few more. We're going to wait for confirmation. Eric, it's all over the net. Be careful. It's all over the net. Be careful. He must be referring to FFI. So, yeah, if everyone's looking at FFI, they're all going to be wanting to do the exact same thing you're doing. And that's trying to pump and dump it. So if you're skilled enough and you're quick enough, you can beat them, right? You can get in low, you can sell high before everyone else does. If you're not careful, you'll end up becoming a bag holder. And I have a feeling there is a lot of bag holders, right? Just like GME, people who think it's rising, right? They're rising, they're buying. Uh-oh, I missed it. Now they're holding up here. They're holding over here. They're holding up here. So the second this gets to a comfortable level for them, they'll sell, and then that can cause it to go down even more. So be very cautious. Right here, it's looked like it's bouncing off of that EMA level, the 45-day moving average, starting to go down even more. So potentially, this is just going to trade sideways. If it breaks above the EMA, maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll add a few bucks here just to see. I mean, you had $20. That's not bad to start. You know, you had $100 if you're comfortable with $100. And even making 11% on $100 is 11 bucks, right? It's something. You can test the waters, you can get familiar with it. But if you really want to trade this, study it, watch it, spend the whole day watching FFIE and how it reacts. You know, you can also look at the news and see how that reacts. That's basically what I did with Mara, right? Or with any of these companies. You set up your support levels, you set up your resistance levels, clear as day. This is clear as day, guys. It's supporting it here, it's resisting it here. Now it is passing this resistance level. And we could potentially see it bounce. Don't have to, but we could. Right there, potentially at that support. And people are going to start buying and it's going to start rising up again. Potentially, right? And buy another 10 shares. Now this thing could keep selling off. If it does, then of course I'll, mitigate my risk. So now we're at 50 shares, see? So I should have actually just sold where I was, locked in that, whatever it was like $7 or $8, and then started back over at the bottom. But I went the other way around. Now I have a 2203 average, potentially making a 2.5% profit on $1,000, which is about $24 compared to buying down here and making about $38 to $40. So and it may continue to sell off. Okay, it's extremely overbought. On the 4-hour chart, it's overbought, right? It can curl over and come all the way back down to $19. Losing all my profits for the day yesterday. Okay, so I want you guys to be aware of that. Doesn't mean it has to, but it totally can. And it's a little bit more realistic that a company would sell off. Now, it is above that EMA line. It is above the SMA line. Getting a little bit of a bounce here. Thank you for calling that out. Anybody else have a stock they want me to look at? I can. While we wait to see what this does. Now it's going to push up. And obviously I can't trade all day live with you guys. So if you want to see all my updates, hit that second link in the description below. That'll get you access to our Discord server. And that's where I put my trade ideas. And that's also where I put my buy and sell entries throughout the day. So later on today, I'll be posting in the Discord server if I'm still holding, if I added more position, more shares to my position, or at what level I sold. And it's super transparent for you guys. I put in my profits, I put in my losses, and you guys can see all of my moves on the Discord server. You could ask me questions, you could direct message me there and get a little bit more in touch with me, right? I'm trying to make myself extremely accessible to you guys. That way, if you do have questions, you are more than welcome to ask. Also, check out that first link in the description below. That's going to be our Investing for Beginners community website that I designed for you guys. We have a bunch of trading tools, such as the most anticipated earnings releases for this week, real-time economic calendar, real-time advanced charts, as well as the 3 stages of reversal guide that you can look at, 3 stages of position size, as well as how to identify key support and resistance levels, and a lot of great blog articles and videos that you can watch. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Smash that little bell notification so you can be notified when I do go live. Some days I go live. I mean, I go live every day in the morning, but some days I'll go live in the afternoon. We also have a Sunday night stock talk at 7 p.m. to get our watch list set up for the week, what companies we're going to be watching, etc. Look at DDOG. They made a nice 1.5, almost 2% run up. Oh, look, finding new lows, finding that support level again, FFIE, finding that support level at that 136 mark. Here it goes. It's going to push up. Even if it pushes up to this little blue line, that's 3%. Pushes up to the resistance line, that's 9%. Doesn't have to. There's its red candle. Looks like it's making lower lows, lower highs. As you can see that, it's kind of stair-stepping down. So be aware of that. Intel going through its support level, finding new support range. Intel could definitely bounce back up, giving you about a 1.5% margin on that. Here goes Mara. Mara's trying to push up, guys. Look, it's doing exactly what it did in the past. Went up 3.82%, found its resistance level, came back down to support level. Now it's going back up to its resistance level. It doesn't have to go in one long stretch either. It can like literally go up and then it can come back down and then it could go back up, right? It could do something like that. Or it can go all the way up in one stretch. And it can even push higher than this resistance level, but 2255 looks like that's a pretty strong resistance level right now for Morrow. Ocugen, they had a nice push, about 5% already, so this would have been a little better of a play for us, making over $50 instead of trying to come back on Mara and make $24 to $30. We could have got in on Ocugen. Now this is another penny stock, so be aware of that. It's trading at $1.88. It tends to trade between $1 and $2, as you can see here. Very nice areas of resistance and support. Support levels being at that 111 mark. And resistance levels overall right around that $2 mark. As you can see, it's touched 3 different times. 1, 2, 3 at that $2 resistance level, so be aware. Now this can just easily come back down. That's exactly what I know I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that retracement down to this level of support, so that way we can buy again, ride that wave back up, and make 84% profit when it does so. So this is going to be our buy range down here if it comes down to those levels. If not, that's okay, but I doubt it's going to get any higher than $2 just because of its past history. It's hit that $2 level over 3 times now. 1, 2, 3. Could potentially hit it again the 4th time, but this is basically where Ocugen trades. So that's good to know. Mara on a 4-hour scale, very low, very oversold, trying to find that way back up, making newer highs, higher lows, and higher highs. As you can see, that it's not super decent, but there is a trend line. Can you see that? Slowly going up. So it's possible that it can keep doing that. So yeah, we are back in the green almost, going between green and red here. Don't forget to sign up for the Discord. It's free. All my information is 100% free. The Investing for Beginners community website, the Discord. We also have a weekly newsletter, a free ebook to help get you started. It's a 10-step guide, and a budget template, all available to you for free. And all you have to do is just take the time to sign up. For the low cost of smashing the like button, you can get all that information for free. You just got to sign up, guys. And I'm actually thinking of making a really simple 10-step guide on support and resistance levels, or how to identify trends, you guys find any value or interest in that, is that something you want me to do, then, you know, just let me know. Let me know in the comments, or smash that like button. That helps too. Because this can be one of the easiest things, but one of the hardest things, right? How do you know to put your support levels here? How do you know to put your resistance levels here? You know, what's your thought process behind it? Some people like to put their resistance level way up here. They're like, oh, it touched here, so I'm going to put it here. I mean, that's not the best way to do it, right? Because it may never reach these levels. Now, you could have a high support and the hope and dream that it will get back up to these levels. But realistically, where did it bounce? Where did it bounce today, guys? It bounced right here at this level. So this is a clear indication of resistance for the day. Now, you could have resistance for the day. You could have resistance for a 4 hour. You could have resistance for a week. You know, these are resistance levels up here. But are they relevant right now in our day trading plan? No. Overall, they could be relevant in a longer scheme of things, in a longer time frame. If you're a long-term investor, it may be important, but to us, it's not important. Today, our support levels are here, resistance levels are here. We're trying to get that retracement and follow this trend line up, which looks like it was going to do very recently. People are locking in profits, okay? People are scalping this thing. They're making that 2%. They're saying it's oversold, and then they're shorting it. You know, I'm pretty sure I can short it. Yeah, you can short it right now. So then you get a lot of short traders in here that want to short this thing because they think it's overbought, and it is. It's extremely overbought. It's touching these resistance levels, which means they can short sell the heck out of this thing and bring it back down to $19 if they really wanted to, if they put enough pressure, right? Now, I myself don't short. I actually go long. It makes it simpler and easier for our subscribers, and it's easier for myself. Eric, Bitcoin making new highs and could run making Mara big. Yeah, okay, cool, Eric. Thanks for that update. Eric is very involved with Bitcoin. He's been killing it on these buy low, sell high, 3% a day type strategies on Bitcoin Cash. He's been sharing some screenshots with me, and yeah, he's making good money, guys, with this simple strategy. 2 to 3% a day, finding those key levels to buy, those key levels to sell. Now, Mara is correlated with Bitcoin because it is a digital holding Inc. So not only do they mine Bitcoin, but they also hold Bitcoin. Now, Mara has increased, or will be increasing, its hash rate this year. They're going to be doubling it. So they're going to be going from, I think, a 25 hash rate to a 50 hash rate, guys. That's a 100% increase on their mining capabilities for Bitcoin, okay? Look into Mara. It's a fantastic, they have a fantastic plan for this year and for years moving forward. They're holding a lot of Bitcoin, I can tell you that right now. And they will have one of the highest hash rates compared to their competitors. Some of their competitors are hitting like 5 hash, 10 hash, 12, 15 hash rate. They're already at 25 to 30. We're halfway through the year. They're anticipating to have a 50 hash rate by the end of the year. So this could also be why this company is just going up. Also because it correlates with Bitcoin. So very good. Thanks for sharing that, Eric. Okay, so it broke its trend line, coming back down. So this may be its new resistance until it can break above. And we are about 6 minutes over our 30-minute live stream. And that is probably where we're going to end it now, guys. With the most fun part about the live streams with you guys is just talking with you and answering questions. I love it. Some days the market can be like this. You know, I didn't buy in as many shares as I would have liked down here at the support, locking in about a $35 profit and then potentially doing it again on this one. But what I will tell you is I'll keep you up to date. Join that Discord server, second link in the description below. It's free. And just like I did yesterday, I told you exactly what I bought, when I bought it, how many shares I put into it, and then I showed you where I sold it, and I told you my profits. Made like $27 yesterday on trading Mara. You could also watch my live stream from yesterday showing all my buys, where I entered, and then obviously I left the stream before I could sell, but looks like it's starting to go back up. We're in the green now. May be able to catch this live. Let's see. I'll give you guys another 2 minutes or so. Don't want to sell too early like I did yesterday. We are up, looks like $10, almost $10 now. Good morning. Good morning, Tina. How are you doing? Welcome. Thank you for spending part of your morning with us. We are trading Mara today. Found those key levels of support and key levels of resistance. This thing is just running up. As you can see, I kind of got in fair value range for today's key levels, but I wanted to wait for confirmation. So I bought 10 shares at 22.08, which was literally right here. So I would say that wasn't bad. 2 big candlesticks to confirm that it was moving upward. And then I actually bought some more down here. I bought 20 more shares at the 21.78 level and the 21.80 level. So way down here, I bought more shares. When in reality, I wish I would have bought all 50 shares down here. Seen the support, see the resistance, wait for it to come back down, and then buy and load up down here. But again, we like to wait for confirmation. And we like to add to our position when it's going up, not when it's going down. So yeah, looking good. Starting to come back down, so finding those resistance levels here. But it could potentially bounce. So yeah, I was going to see if it went up to this resistance level on the live stream. But again, we're pushing now a little over 40 minutes. And the cool thing about this is I can also just set my limit order again. It's crazy to do that I would do this again because yesterday I sold way too early. I locked in 3% when I could have locked in 13%. So I could just set my limit order here, 50 shares, about right under where the resistance level is. And it'll trigger as I, enjoy my day. If it doesn't, I could have a stop loss. Also, a trailing stop. If I notice this thing is just starting to move forward and go up, then I can set a trailing stop loss right here, 50 shares, and I could set it for like, say, since there's a lot of volatility, like 25 cents. So as this goes up, it'll go up with it. And then if it goes down from 22.55 and goes down 25 cents to 22.20, then it'll stop me out and it'll lock in those profits. You could even do 10 cents. You could do 10 cents on that. So as it's running up, it's making new highs. Your trailing stop is following along with it. It gets to 220 or 22.50 and then goes down to 22.45. You'll lock in profits there without really ever having to look at it. Obviously, you don't want to do that when it's going down because you'll get stopped out extremely fast. But if it's showing nice upward momentum and there's a good range, like this candlestick is high of 22.32, low of 22.16. So that's like about a 15 cent range, 10 cent range. Then you would get stopped out. It'd go all the way up to here, come back down, and you'd get stopped out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set my limit order here at 2250, 2250. That way, if I'm busy, I get distracted. Now in the morning hours, it gets up to this point, it'll automatically sell without me having to worry about anything. Going from 2203 to 2250 is 2% on $1,100. So 22 to $25 ish. And if I notice that it's actually going up and going higher, then I'll quickly change this and put a trailing stop loss order. That would work out perfectly. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Sign up with that second link in the description below. You're going to get access to our Discord, 100% free. I show you my entries, my exits, how much profits I make, or how much I lose on every trade that I take every single day. Monday through Friday, I'll be live, so smash that little bell notification, subscribe to the channel so you know when I do go live. But I do go live every morning, Monday through Friday, at market open from 30 minutes to about an hour. And guys, thank you for tuning in. We got a lot of great members here today, a lot of great subscribers tuning in. So we will see you all tomorrow. And yeah, had a lot of fun with you guys today. Loved answering your questions, and let's do it again tomorrow morning. You guys have a great day, and let's win the week on a green note. Let's end the week on a green note.